Starting my video. Hi guys, you're on the Charles Curtis for our Facebook Live Science Cruise with all of our friends. Everyone wave! Woo! And we are going out for marine sciences. You don't even have to get seasick to come along. So let's talk to some of our students first. What do you guys have in these containers? What's in these totes right here?
Okay, so in here we have little vials that we use for water sampling.
Okay.
Sometimes we use it for measuring the salts in the water. We use it for pH.
Got it? Oh yeah.
In here is the oxygen probes, and in here is also the pH meter.
Okay.
So that's really cool.
But can't you just read about this in a book? I mean, why do you have to come out here and do this?
Because you can really get like right on readings compared to like in a book where it's been outdated now at this point, and so getting real live data in real time is pretty cool.
I love it. And what do you have over here?
Down here we have our water collection unit. It's basically a piece of PVC pipe with a couple of plungers on the end.
Okay.
That you lower it down to the water, jerk the string really hard, this closes and captures a bunch of water for you that you then empty in one of these and test what you want.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And you have one very important thing, and that is it. Chemical waste.
Chemical waste.
Whoa, scary.
Well, we are moving forward, so
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Okay, let's follow our students. And you get to come on board with us too, right?
Yes.
Why is this so exciting?
Because I love being on the sound.
Okay.
And my excuse is that I'm a teacher.
That's
but
right.
Really, I just get to get out on board.
A teacher. All heroes don't wear capes. That's right. Thank you. Okay. Everyone, give everybody a wave at home. Would you rather be on a boat or in a crowded hallway for high school?
I'd have to stay on a boat. I'd rather be pretty cool. Boats are better.
Boats are better? Okay, I like it.
Not if you're seasick.
Okay, that's good. Foremost.
Which way are we going? Hey guys. Here's some of our crew today for today's cruise. So, hi guys. And we have a quartermaster here as part of our crew. And how many science cruises have you done so far?
5 or 6, 7.
All right. So, what kind of questions do the students usually have for you?
Not many. Basically, like, what does offend do? Why am I over on the side of the boat when we're getting off the dock? Kind of stuff like that.
So because of our Sea Scouts and the Charles Curtis, we're able to partner with Tacoma Public Schools and get kids out here onto the water. So let's go see what they're doing. Thank you, Ezekiel. And guess what? These lines are looking really good. This reminds me of licorice. I don't know why.
It's whiskey and stuff.
That's right. So let's go. We're going to walk along this side of the boat now. And this is the beautiful Puget Sound. I know we have Jacqueline from California watching live. Wouldn't you like to be here on the water with us? It's gorgeous. And as we go forward, past the noisy engine room, we see what our kids are doing over here. So all of our equipment up here. And how would you like this? I mean, there's no whiteboards, but guess what we have? We have the sun, and we have kind of the sun, right?
Kinda. I mean, at least it wasn't yesterday when it was full rain.
That's true.
So I'm glad for that.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So we get to do marine science right here in our own backyard.
We do.
Okay, and when we're out here on the weekends or with our friends and family, it gives us a different perspective about what we do and how it affects the water quality. Wouldn't you say?
It really does. Yeah, it really does. We spend this is the marine conservation course, so we spent the year looking at how humans interact with water, and so this is kind of one of the big culminating projects with that. That everything we do on land eventually ends up in the ocean, and so looking at that connection between land and ocean and making it explicit for the students that they can see what they do even in the morning when they drink their coffee has an effect on the ocean. And then the cool part about it is that they get to come out here and figure it out and ask the questions they want to ask and figure out what they want to learn.
A lot of people have asked me, does this take a lot of money? No, this is Tacoma Public Schools. Over 23% of the citizens in Tacoma are between the ages of 16 and 19. And people like me who are grandmas and parents, we want to change the way we've treated our sound, but what would it mean to impact the kids now when they're this age, before they become moms and grandmas, and even employers and business owners? That's why it's so important for us to have these partnerships. But let's take a look what the kids are doing. Look at that beautiful Puget Sound. We've got people from California watching our live feed. We love you, California, but you're really missing out on this. Now, you'll never know this, but let me take a look in the wheelhouse. So right up here, you're going to notice we have a full crew. And part of our crew, give us a wave. You're going to see Mr. Tom Rogers. Mr. Tom Rogers has been a volunteer for over 55 years on this ship. This is a training ship, and he likes to use it to bring more young people water. Here at the Youth Marine Foundation, we are a huge volunteer opportunity, and we also have other volunteers. For example, my friend here. Say hi to everyone. Hi. Now, you're usually on the Odyssey, right? So he is a sailor, but today he's volunteering. You see, it's not just about the students, it's about multi-generations of seamanship and multi-generations of maritime. So tell everyone your name.
Jack Daniel.
Okay, is it really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And who was the first person that taught you boating and maritime?
Dick Clayton on the Odyssey.
Wow.
Well, I mean, here locally. I was in the submarine force in the Navy before.
Yeah. So for us, it's so important to keep this safety and knowledge generation to generation. So wonderful volunteers like him are part of our crew today, and they make this possible for going out in the water. So let's get ready to take some water samples. Right now, we're slowing down, and we're gonna see what we have. Let's take a look.
That's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
So how many science cruises have you ladies been on?
This year? Or?
This year.
I'm taking like classes, you're saying?
Science cruises.
Oh, cruises. Okay, not classes. How many now? We have taken data on 3 now.
Okay.
Yeah,
But we've been on multiple ones besides that. I'd say like 6 this semester.
Any wow moments the first time you came on the boat?
We saw a porpoise.
You did?
Yeah, it was really cool. I was like, oh my gosh, it's a dolphin. And then the zoologist was like, it's a porpoise.
Oh.
And
So when you get that tattoo, make sure it's a porpoise, not a dolphin, right? And when you look at the different ways we affect the water, where do you live? I mean, how far do you live from where we're at here on the shoreline?
I live in the north end, and so I'm kind of 5 minutes away from So
in Tacoma, we can always see the water, but we don't always have access to the water. And so that's what's really important. I mean, what would you like to tell 3rd graders if they were looking at what you guys are doing? Why would you encourage them to do this class?
I think it's a completely different experience when you're on land looking at water, even when you're in the water actually, and it's surrounding you on all sides. It's completely different.
Thanks, ladies. So what are you guys doing over here?
These are the water catchers.
Okay.
Yeah, and soon enough, once the boat stops, you'll see one in there.
All right.
If we can get it out of the box.
Handle that.
Without falling over.
Do this, and we slide the pin in. The pin has a small ball on it that keeps it secure when we lower it down. So then we make sure that the pin's not going to fall out. Then we carefully and slowly lower it over the boat. Let's see. Let's see, what do we want for our first paper?
How far are we going?
In the water, and down we go.
It's really going down there. I lost it. So how long do we leave it down there for?
Not that long. We just need to get it to a certain depth so that we can collect the depth sample.
Okay.
So,
And it looks like you're measuring with that spool right there.
just a little bit. And I guess manning here that this one doesn't have markings on it.
It did have markings on it. It was at the bottom.
Forward, give it a jerk, and then pull it right back up.
So as you can see, there are students actually all around the boat doing this right now, collecting different types of water sampling.
So, as you can see, the sampler has closed and trapped a whole bunch of water inside. So this is water with the measurements from the certain depth that we need.
Okay.
So, I'm going to say that was about 5 meters.
We need 8-10.
Oh, okay. Well, I have no idea how far this went down. So,
You know what? Let's move on.
yeah. So then we take this bottle and carefully open this up a little bit. All right. Yeah, kind of spill salt water all over ourselves.
That's
So
all
we
right.
have enough water to sample it, and the rest goes back where it belongs.
Got it. So now we're going to start sampling.
So we're doing salinity testing.
Okay.
So we put a drop of the water in this machine here. We look through and see the percent of the salinity along with the parts per thousand.
1.026
Do you know how deep this water
and
is?
36.
No, okay. All right. 1.026%. And what was?
Look in that end.
Okay.
What was the PPT?
You can kind of see it. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Which one?
PPT.
Which one is that?
Second one.
36.
36.
It's right there. Sorry, guys. Trying to give you a good view.
And then after that, we take another sample from a different depth to see where we're at on that.
James, we've just been doing different locations.
Oh, we just, okay.
Yeah.
So then we're done with this for now. We're going to wait until we move and then get another one.
Okay. So how many times do we usually move a cruise? Just a couple times?
Twice.
Okay.
Are there any more of these left?
And what does this mean when we
These,
measure that? Why are we measuring it?
The two sites we're checking out, one of them is close to the exit area for a wastewater treatment plant, I believe. So that
Okay.
should be more fresh water exiting the area.
Okay.
So we're checking to see if there's a salinity difference based on location.
And this area right here is a marine dead zone because once upon a time there was the Asarco smelter right there, and they used to dump all their sawdust right here.
Got it.
So,
So we're just looking at the changes and how much of the salinity is in there and what that looks like.
Yes.
Excellent. We've got another team over here.
Yes. That was close. How many meters? Let's start with 1 meter.
more basic. So far we've
What's the difference between the last time we did this and this time?
Yeah.
So are there usually 2 students per team? Someone had a question. I think it
2 to
varies.
3.
I think,
Yeah.
yeah, 2 to 3.
Yeah, 2 to 3. Yeah.
Okay, and so someone else had a question, said, what's the difference between measuring for depth or measuring for location? Is there a difference?
Oh yeah, so depth is, we're talking about how deep the actual water goes all the way down, whereas with location, it's where we stop and where we're actually collecting the water from. So we actually visit 2 different locations on every boat trip. So we have this one here, and then we stop a little bit further down, and they take samples from both locations.
Do you know what the students are going to do when they get back to the class with this information?
Yeah, so they actually all have a question that they're working on. So they have a question that they are investigating, and then at the end, their culminating project is going to be that they're going to create a scientific poster, and they're going to present it on the last day of class in June.
That's wonderful. Thank you. I hope that answered your questions. Thank you so much for coming along on our cruise today. We really, at the Youth Marine Foundation, love to partner with different people. We really want to give access. Again, the water and having access to maritime and access to marine biology and being very diverse and inclusive is one of our key tenets. We're so excited to leverage partnerships. Being a Coast Guard licensed sub-passenger T vessel gives us not only the ability to take out these wonderful young people, but it gives the ability for us to use our current Sea Scouts and our alumni. You met some of our alumni earlier. How many times do you get 7 generations on a boat together working to make our oceans and our Puget Sound a healthy place and learning experiences? You don't. So let me take you back up right into the room where most of our crew is doing navigation, and let's go on into the wheelhouse. This is my favorite place because it has a heater. So let me turn around. Hi guys. We have some people from the audience that have a question for you.
Oh, sure, of course it is, yes.
Okay, Mr. Tom, we've done a couple of these cruises. Somebody wants to know, how do you determine the locations of where you're going to be taking the Curtis for the cruises?
It's an established location based on what the schools want to do. And we follow that location consistently through each cruise. So as they're seeing changes, they have a consistent pattern from one time to another time. So we have 2 places, right off Point Ruston here, and then off the off-fall down further.
Okay.
Sometimes they change those, but not too often.
Somebody had a question. They said, do you go out any weather?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And why is that important?
What's the difference?
My hair.
Oh yeah.
Just kidding. It's not very good today.
We may modify the cruise
Yes.
go to a place that's more protected.
Yes.
But we live in all weather up here.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's what's beautiful about kids having this option. Let's say hi to our teacher Matthew really quickly.
Hello.
Hi. So we have people watching from a lot of different states.
Great. Welcome to Washington.
Welcome to Washington. So tell them why this program is so important and the partnerships.
Yeah, so this program is just an incredible program for the students. One of the most important things about our school is that we do project-based learning, and so the students are out actually asking and answering their own questions. So for the most part, I know what those questions are because they've told me, but they had to figure that out. And so they were looking at differences in temperature, differences in salinity, or other various factors that they're just interested in. And so just having the students do this learning in a place rather than just look at all of this from a worksheet is an incredible change. And so it's just really critical for the kids to be out and to actually see the work, and then to also experience the frustration, because most people think science is this nice linear step. You do steps A, B, and C, and you get a result. Not true. It's not true at all. And so it's really nice for the students to kind of experience some of those frustrations and to look at it and be like, I have data. What do I do now? I'm like, that's a great question. What do you do now?
Here, especially in Tacoma and Pierce County, 90% of youth in our public school systems live on or near the water but don't have access to the water. So we're really trying to overcome barriers to give access to the water, especially for our students that may not have a maritime history or boating history or anything like that. So we're very happy to do that. And school's about to end, isn't it? So these kids are going to be doing their culminating projects.
Yep.
What kind of data will they be presenting from these cruises?
They're presenting whatever they find. So the group that is looking at temperature and locations, they will have, however they present it, probably, I'm hoping a graph, we'll see what they do, some sort of a graph or data table to say, hey, this is where we went, here's the data we collected, and here's why we think it is this way. And so what they're going to create is, if you've ever been to a scientific presentation, they'll have the people that stand up and talk, and they also have the poster sessions, and so they'll all be creating their own poster. And we'll display that, and they'll be able to talk about their data, and then the other students walk around and ask them questions about their data, and really kind of try to do a college-style collaborative thing with all of the various things. So they'll present the data on temperature, they'll present the data on pH, on salinity, and then whatever question they had and whatever answers they get.
I love it. Well, we're very excited that you joined us today. Thank you so much for coming live onto our marine science cruise here on the Charles Curtis. And I just want to say a thank you to our crew that's here that helped us. So let's give a quick hello, guys.
Hi.
Miss Sonia, Ziki. Okay. And tell me, why do you love coming on these cruises, Miss Sonia?
I love being able to help out, and I love getting to see the teachers, and I don't know, it's neat to see the science. Yeah.
And when you look on most vessels, I mean, we're a very diverse vessel from the crew, but also from the students that you saw. I mean, we have just as many girls as we do guys, right? Yep. And I did wear flats today. Here's proof. See, I have leopard boat shoes. Proof that Unique does have flats. So thanks for joining us so much, you guys. Send any questions you have, watch the video again. But the Youth Marine Foundation is really proud to create partnerships. Our whole mission is getting youth on the water. We're the premier youth foundation that gives maritime training and skills with Coast Guard licensed captains. And we do it in a drug-free environment that's safe and that is very diverse and very inclusive. So we look forward to seeing you. And please make sure you visit our website, youthmarinefoundation.org. If you're interested in opportunities, we also are currently recruiting for our Suit Scout boats, the Verite, the Odyssey, and the Charles N. Curtis. And we have amazing adult volunteers. Thanks and have a great day.